Whoop-de-doop, guys. Whoop-de-doop. You know, it is another fucking day. Look at that. It's cold in Florida still.
Wah, wah.
You know,
Wah,
it's
wah,
cold
wah.
in Florida. Yeah, wah. You know, I did not watch these awards. I stopped watching awards ceremony, I don't know, maybe a decade ago. When they started, maybe even 15, 20 years ago, when artists became poli scientists and political elite. You know, let's talk about the most recent moron who's casted her presence on a stage with her infinite knowledge, Miss Billie Eilish. She's an American singer-songwriter. She's 25 years old. I mean, she's got a lot of experience. And for 10 years, she's been an alternative pop sounder on the airways. Right? You would think at this point, you'd want to protect your career more than anything else because she's amassed a fortune, lives in her cushy mansion in California. I mean, cushy. I mean, let me tell you something. It's got every bell and whistle under the sun. But let's talk about her in education terms. Now, I'm not against homeschooled people, but she has zero traditional education, zero post-secondary education, and her only claim to fame is that she sang in Los Angeles Child's Choir. Very successful artist. Now, I don't know about you, but when I want to go to the doctor's office, I want to make sure they got an MD, right? In medical school, not homeschool, dissecting frogs and grasshoppers and cows, you know. But Miss Billie Eilish, who decided to make a statement so absurd, has yet to answer the phone to the people she inferred owned the land where her house is. Now, what do I mean? The Indian tribe that the land was removed from, where her mansion sits, actually reached out to Miss Eilish and says, hey, would you like it to give us back our land? No comment. They reached out again and said, last time I checked, I don't know who you are. You didn't take our land. Our land was taken hundreds of years ago. No return call. The people on stage are looking for clicks. David, you're 100% right. In the green room, you said they're looking for attention. But let's talk about attention. I would like anyone that doesn't have a home to live in to go visit Miss Billie Eilish. She's on stolen land. Miss Billie Eilish, open your door. Let them in. You've got a huge compound. Let's set up tents in your compound. How many bedrooms do you got, Miss Eilish? I think you should share your house with all these people that are being maintained. Why don't you provide cover for all these people? I don't hear you, Miss Eilish. It's deafening, the silence from your PR team, from your marketing team, from how about any of your fans trying to defend you with the most moronic statement said on stage to date for 2026. I think, Miss Eilish, you're going in the record books for the dumbest comments of 2026. And you know what? I don't think someone could surpass your idiocy. I really don't. But Dave, this wasn't the point of the rant, and this was only the introduction. So my name's Stuart Brisgell. That's David Solomon. This is a podcast devoted on exposing and talking about the truths, the reality. Knocking on your door going, hello, stupid. McFly, are you ignorant? Like, wake up. You cannot have something for nothing. And your success came on the backs of how many others? Miss Billie Eilish. Now, David, we're not going to focus on Miss Eilish anymore. I'm going to let you rant about all the other stupid people that have emerged from that part of the country. David?
All right, let's get something started here, folks. Stuart is really accurately and appropriately went after Ms. Eilish, but here's the whole thing, folks. Let's get real here. This is called fake activism. It's totally fake. All right, and I'll tell you why it's fake. 4 years ago, you had the Ukrainian war that started, and at the end of the day, what ended up happening with the Ukrainian war, people? Simple. Everybody put their little pin. We stand with Ukraine. They made their statements. They changed their Instagram and Facebook pages to reflect on that. But what did they do? Nothing. Nothing was done, people. That's not activism. Activism is when you are standing there fighting for what's right, not for clicks. That is exactly what, unfortunately, Miss Eilish is doing. She had a platform. She had a platform. And her platform was very simple. Okay? Very simple. The Grammys. Where she knew, even though it's a diminishing group of people are watching this, by the way, Stuart, and it's really dropping 15% or 9%. I can't remember the number exactly. But they're dropping because people are tired of hearing political grandstanding from fake people. That's what Billie Eilish was doing.
Oh, she did. Wasn't doing. She did. And by the way, David, I'm going to jump in. There are a few sort of common fake examples of fake performative activism. I wanted someone to say them out here. Social media only support, brand virtual signaling, one-day outrage, selective advocacy, influencer activism for engagements. That means clicks. Symbolic gestures with zero substance, or outsourcing responsibility. Let's add that to this rant, because it's not just Billie Eilish, David. It's not.
No, but Stuart, but that's my point.
She's just the biggest clown of the year.
Right. Well, no, she's not the biggest clown, because unfortunately there are way too many of them.
But Greta was 2025. We haven't seen Greta for 2026.
We leave Greta alone. Let's leave Greta alone, because I know that you have this love affair for Greta.
Greta.
It's not Greta. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very, very, very simple. It's a very, 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 very simple thing. Here's the problem with what we're dealing with here. It's the grandstanding. It's not a real thing. They're not standing up there because they really believe in maybe they have some conviction. But let me tell you something about these fake artists. The same people who stood about Ukraine then went and talked about Black Lives Matter, defunding the police. And you know what was ironic, Stuart? What did they do when they had break-ins? What did they do when they had, fans chase them down? No, it wasn't crime, my friend. No, you see, it wasn't crime. They called the police. Yes, they did. Listen, they did. They did, hire more security. But they called the police. And the police, when you defund the police, what do? How many times have these artists been, assaulted in public, chased, threatened, harassed? You name it. It's not going to be private security that's going to stop them. It's the police. So on this side, they cried, defund the police, George Floyd. And on this side, I need the police. That was the irony with Billie Eilish, because there was a break-in in her home and she called the police.
Yep. I got another good one for you. We can pivot. Leonardo DiCaprio, the long-time standing environmentalist. Remember him?
With his airplane, right?
Airplane, mega yachts that are the most literally unenvironmentally friendly devices. But you can talk about Taylor Swift. You can talk Kendall Jenner. I go on and on.
And this is the point I'm trying to get at. It's fake grandstanding. And I'm tired of the entertainment industry telling me that they know better, that they understand.
They're the only representatives left of the Democratic Party.
No.
And you know what the funny part is? Thus far, zero of them have any education or live in the real world.
I won't say that they don't have education. I'm not going to go down that road. What I am going to say is this, Stuart. When you stand up there knowing damn well that you got millions of people watching you, and at the same time, a room full of people who have been just the same mindset as you, it feels wonderful. That applause feels oh so good. And that's what you bloody well live for, the applause. A year ago, you same people wore the pins with the red hands, not knowing that you were supporting terrorism, anti-gay stance. You stood for hate, but it got you clicks and applause. And that's for the most of you were chasing.
Well, they're narcissists.
Now, I'm not saying every single one of these artists don't really believe in what they're saying. There are artists who do believe in this, from Roger Waters to Annie Lennox to a few of these other ones who really are off their rocker and are now getting fired from their labels and getting fired from other places. But now the hot topic is ICE, Stuart. The hot topic is fuck ICE, to hell with ICE, because the left has decided that the ICE is a bunch of Nazis and Gestapo, as I said.
You want to pivot over to ICE.
But hold it. But the funny thing is that none of them seem to remember that Obama let the same thing happen, and no one is allowed.
They forget his 20,000 cages for kids. Like 1-800 cars for kids. He had cages for kids. 1-800 Obama cages for kids.
Stuart, the thing that is amazing about these grandstanding entertainers is that really, where are you to really do anything? So let's go back to Ukraine 4 years ago. What'd you do? You wore a pin on stage and did nothing. Yep. Some performers on stage, when they're performing in front of an audience, in their concerts and whatever, because these was the Grammys, they said the same thing. Fuck Israel, fuck Russia, fuck this. It's beautiful because you get thousands of people cheering for you. It feels good. But you did nothing.
Nope.
You did nothing. And
I like to go back to the 19.
Stuart, I lost your microphone there, buddy. I don't know. We lost your sound there, bud. I don't know what happened there, Stuart. There we go. Are you back?
I think so.
There you go. Now you're back. Go ahead. Sorry.
So I love the late 1960s and 1970s, where members or affiliate people in support of the Black Panthers stood on the podium, took their medals, rested their hand in the fist, and we took their medals away. I think that is, what I hate to say.
You brought that up the other day, and it was at least those guys stood up and were angry because of civil rights. And I'm not going to say that they did something different.
No, because it's equivalent to Kaepernick taking a knee at the national anthem.
No. You know what? No. I don't agree with you. I know that you like to bring up Colin Kaepernick, and you harp on the same people over and over again. And Colin Kaepernick did whatever he did for his own personal gain. He claimed it was for Black Lives Matter. We know what he was trying to do, and that's not the same thing here at all, because the fallout for what these two guys had in 1968 was completely different than Colin Kaepernick. But let's get real with the point here and I'm focusing on the entertainment industry.
Right.
And that the entertainment industry sits there and decides that they are gods. They are so deified. They're so praised that they firmly believe that whatever they do and they say will be followed by their dumbass followers. I mean, like when you hear about Swifties, you think it's like a cult and a religion. And that's what these artists want. They want this following. And how do you get a following? You got to say something. You got to do something. And if you say, fuck ICE, because that's popular in social media and on CNN and MSNBC and all the rest of those channels, I'll get clicks.
I want to remind you. Do you remember the stadium where Trump was speaking in New York, and everyone went to him and said, "Why are you letting Trump speak in Madison Square Garden?"
Yeah,
remember
sure.
That? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this entertainment world giving these crazy idiots anything more than what they deserve. They deserve on a microphone to perform in the art in which they are seasoned and very, very well liked. And I have no problem with Billie Eilish or music at all. I have a problem with Billie Eilish, the politician.
No, she's not a politician.
Oh,
Fake activist. Let's get real. She's not a
fake
politician.
activism
This
is
is activism.
all right.
They think that they're activists. They don't think they're politicians. They don't like politicians, but they think they're affecting change. That's what they believe wholeheartedly. That if they stand on a stage, and that you and I want to watch, what they wear, what they sing. I don't want to hear what they stand for. I don't want to hear it from sports athletes. I don't want to hear it from the entertainment world. If I'm watching you at the Grammys, I don't want to hear you grandstand. It's none of shut your fucking mouth, please. You want to know why the Grammys and the Oscars and the Golden Globes are tanking in views and watches? Because people don't want to hear your political messaging. I don't care if you're left or right. Now, here's the funny part, Stuart. Could you imagine? Could you imagine an entertainer getting on the stage and saying, "Fuck all of you, go ICE, get rid of those people"? What would happen to that person? What would happen to that entertainer?
Well,
because you're in a vacuum.
Well, actually, some have done it, and they've been blacklisted and blackballed.
Imagine if you will, that would have been done on the weekend. What would have happened? And this is the point. This is not you want to talk about real activism? You're not an activist. Standing on a stage, spewing out a message that you are against ICE. Yeah. But what are you really doing? And Billie Eilish's statement, by the way, it was very interesting because the Native Americans who made the comment said, "Thank you for bringing up our cause. Now, can you call us about the mansion that you built on our land that you didn't even ask for?" It's kind of funny to sit there and this irony. Look, to sit here and to say that United States and Canada's on stolen land and doing a land acknowledgement, we've done it here in Canada. And you want to know what? There are many people who are going, and so what? What does that do? And it's funny because Billie Eilish did exactly what is now become this accepted way. We want to acknowledge that we are on stolen land, and we appreciate being on this stolen land, and that's great. But what are you doing about it? Billie, are you moving out of the United States? Come on.
Roseanne Barr wants someone to come snuggle up with her in Ireland.
Yeah, well, let her stay in Ireland with those hateful people. But
let's
wrap this up. I'm going to wrap this up with this last statement. Okay, put your money where your mouth is, people. Do the activism, getting clicks, getting views, going viral. Good for you. Doesn't help the cause. You didn't elevate the cause. You didn't do anything except for make yourself be so popular on all these media channels. Now, Bad Bunny this Sunday with the Super Bowl, Stuart, it's another one. He's pissed. He's angry. He's created a problem with the NFL, and the NFL has decided no. So the NFL, so now there's going to be a Kid Rock led halftime show for people who don't want to watch Bad Bunny. Watch how many views drop on Sunday, this Super Bowl, because people don't want to hear this garbage.
You know what, David? I think that there is a good possibility that the amount of people leave the stands
not to get a beer and to have a piss,
to go take a piss and have a beer and have a snack, and let Bad Bunny be in the middle of the damn middle of the field with no one watching.
Well, one thing is for sure. When it's halftime show, I'm out of there. Thanks, everybody.
David, it's our time once again. It's over. Everybody went to Friday, noon Eastern. And you know what, guys? If you can't hear me, you can't see me, I may be an active